Today on the show, we're going to be making broccoli pasta. And here's what you're going to need to make it along with us.
Broccoli.
Broccoli is needed. Yep.
Pasta.
We've got rigatoni today. You can use any kind of pasta you want. I prefer rigatoni because it's got a big old hole inside. And so there you go. So it'll catch all the sauce and all the stuff in there. Whereas if you used a spaghetti, which is totally fine, it's actually kind of a popular option as well. It's just going to stick to the outside of the pasta. So if you really want to get saucy with it, get something with a hole in it. John, I'm going to swap you spots, and I'm going to let you show them how we do the broccoli, since I did one in advance for us.
All right. So we are just going to be chopping off these broccolis.
Yep.
The head of the broccoli.
If you want to use a smaller knife to start, you can do whatever you want.
I think it's coming along.
Yeah.
But just want to get a nice little chunk. So it's going to go into your pasta real nice. Taste delicious.
Taste healthy.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And boom. And then this is, just throw it away.
So if you want, you can throw it away. If you wanted to keep it and put it like in a vegetable stock or even a chicken stock, totally doable. We're not doing that just yet.
And then with these, they're just a little too big still, so chop them in half again.
Yep. So always keep in mind how it's going to eat on your fork. You don't want a big, huge floret of broccoli on your fork. You want it all to be kind of bite-sized pieces, the same as your pasta is. So.
Ooh, we got a big one here.
Yeah. You got some pretty impressive knife skills there, sir.
Thank you. Just trying to make it nice and perfect for this little dish.
Don't need any blade drops or anything, brother.
No, sir.
So for those of you who don't know, John and I have known each other for more years than I care to admit to. Coming up on close to 20 years.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But John and I met when we worked together at Toys R Us. And he and I worked in separate departments. I was in the electronics department, the video game department, and he was in what Toys R Us called boys, so any kind of boy toys. And so
2007?
Yeah, that's about when all that started. When you moved to Springfield, anyway. Yeah, I started in 03 there at Toys R Us.
I started at 04.
Gotcha.
Back in St. Louis.
Yeah. So John and I just kind of hit it off talking about wrestling, and we figured out that we both liked it, and that neither one of us were like, I mean, we're nerds about it, but not. If you're a wrestling fan, you know where I'm going with this. So long story short, we ended up just going and hanging out, watching wrestling together for a lot of years, liked the way that each other thought about wrestling, and decided to do a podcast for, I don't know, we probably did that for about 6 months or so.
Yeah.
And Recliner Wrestling Review is what it was called. We did full YouTube episodes. We did the actual audio-only format of a podcast. And it just, to be honest, was a lot of work. More than anticipated, as far as you happen to watch every show that we're covering and do the research properly, so that, you know, since we're on the internet, we gotta look like we know what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun doing that, and John and I still enjoy talking about wrestling together.
Absolutely.
So. All right, so now we're gonna come over here and start cooking. So what we'll do
here?
Yep. Is I'm going to.
Is there a trick pour in this?
No, you know, just trying to splash yourself to death. So this, we will just kind of blanch and cook until it's almost fork tender. You'll notice that when you blanch vegetables, if it's not something you do a lot, you're gonna notice it get really nice and bright green, which is just makes you feel really fresh.
Already happening.
Right, yeah, doesn't take long. So our broccoli has blanched enough. What we're gonna do is go ahead and start with some olive oil in here.
Ooh.
Looking for kind of a lot because we're gonna be doing kind of a lot in here. Just under probably 1/4 of a cup. We'll start with that. Let that heat up for just a minute, and then once we do that, we'll add in our garlic, cook our garlic just a little bit, and then we'll start adding in the broccoli. We got 3 cloves of garlic. The recipe that I'll put in the description, I'll put 4, but these were massive cloves of garlic. So we're just gonna make sure that these are all inside the oil so that we don't burn our garlic. Because nobody likes burned garlic.
Looking good.
Yeah. Starting to look like a meal.
Oh, I just caught a whiff of that garlic.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yep. So about the time that it becomes fragrant like that is the time that we can start incorporating our next ingredients. So if you want, take that spider. Yeah, that's what that thing is. And then you can just start putting in some broccoli. Put it all in. So you're basically looking for that broccoli to get al dente, which is kind of firm to the bite, but not crisp, not crunchy, but not mushy and soggy either.
Al dente?
Means to the bite or to the tooth.
Oh. Thought that's what happens to a steel chair when I hit somebody.
Only in lucha. That should be a wrestler's name, al dente.
I agree. If it's not already.
Right?
And that's about it for our broccoli there.
Yeah. So I'm going to take 1 ladle of water. Add that in. And now I'll let you add our pasta into the water. We're going to use the same water. Is it going to turn your pasta green? Of course, but it's going to all be green anyway.
We do this so we don't have to take the time to heat up and boil water again.
Right.
It's already boiled.
It's a done deal. We'll add some salt.
Ooh, yummy. Is that 3 pinches?
Yeah, it's you want it to be pretty salty in there. It's not going to be like adding that much salt onto your plate kind of thing. It's just going to flavor the pasta. And it actually also helps with boiling water. So
absolutely.
the more you know. So we're going to keep this going. And then we'll bring in that pasta when that pasta is done in about 10 minutes. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and add in our red pepper flakes. You can do this also when the garlic is in, but it doesn't really matter.
Gives a nice little color too.
Gives a nice little kick.
Yeah, absolutely, super.
Yeah. Don't even have to tune up the band for it.
Wow. At least 2 people are laughing.
Yes, and their last name is Cobb. All right, John, let's go ahead and take some of that pasta out and start adding that in.
Coming together.
Yeah. Now we're going to go ahead and add in our Pecorino Romano cheese. And this is where we're going to start to form our sauce.
If you wanted to add a meat to this, what would you add?
Anything you want. You could do chicken. You could do shrimp.
Ooh, so that'd be good.
Yeah. Anything you want. And that is how you make broccoli pasta. Let's see how this turned out. Is it edible? That's what we shall find out.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. That's delicious.
It's really good. What I'm going to do is add some black pepper, though, because I'm a fan of the black pepper. This is a nice, really light, if you're looking for like a nice, easy summertime lunch or dinner, it's the perfect solution. It's really good.
I can taste those pepper flakes you put in.
Yeah, but it's not like, oh, this is so spicy.
It's
just like
not overpowering. It's nice.
Just a little kick. Not a super kick, just a little kick. Please be sure to go down below, hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. And come back and see us again on your next episode. John, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. Great time.
Good stuff. Take care.